I originally would love to have talked about graffiti today. 3 people selling the homes, to 6 people selling the homes, to 10, 15 people selling the homes. I'm trying to keep that beast mode clean, you feel me? Oh, this headshot killing me, I gotta take it off. It's way better without the headband, you see that? Look at that, look at that! Vlog 215. What are the odds it's raining? That's vicious, man. It's day 2 of beast mode practice and I can't even get my beast mode on. It's been storming since the morning. And of course, I'm supposed to at least be putting in it at minimum an hour a day. And it's wet out. I'm not really trying to mess up the beast mode with the moisture, if you feel me, right? So I'm hungry. Along the way, I'm just gonna briefly talk to you guys about a topic. I originally would love to have talked about graffiti today. You know, Toon, the name came from me graffitiing back in the day. And I wanted to talk about graffiti, but I figured I'd save that for a future vlog because it's wet out. It's Friday. It would have been a nice day to bomb, but it's Friday. And I can't get my beast mode on, yo. I'm gonna see if it dries up. See if I could probably get an hour later, maybe go under underpass or something like that. But for now, I'm gonna grab some food and I'm gonna talk to you about gentrification. Gentrification is happening in my community. In the North Philadelphia section of Philadelphia, it is happening fast. It's happening at a rapid pace. It started happening around, I would probably say the year 2000, 2001, 2002. I do recall visiting community meetings, talking about gentrification and how it was going to impact our community. And at that time, I was probably 13, 14, and I was a teenager, you know what I mean? And I didn't understand in its full wholeness, entirety, what does gentrification mean. But now as a young adult, especially working in the nonprofit sector, in the nonprofit community for a long time, I have a good understanding of what gentrification is doing, and it's happening on the left and on the right of me. In a long story short, just to sum it up real quick for the people who don't understand what that word means. That word is basically when the government or people in general, investors, take a neighborhood that is dilapidated, what's that word? You know, burnt down, ruggish, beat up neighborhoods that are impoverished, neighborhoods that are abandoned, neighborhoods that are the hood, our neighborhoods, right? Low-income communities. They take low-income communities and they invest money into them by buying homes, rehabilitating them, fixing the sidewalks, fixing the corners, fixing everything from lampposts. They add little beauty enhancements to the neighborhood, the parks, the streets, the highways, the roads, but that all comes with a cost. It comes with a cost of higher taxes. Higher taxation, therefore, forces out the people who are low income, people who are on fixed income. So for example, if your mom, or if you live with your mom and your aunt, or your pop, or your grandpapa, you live with a family member who's living on a fixed income, SSI or something, or who may work at a job and only getting $2,200 a month, and the bills start going up, such as taxes and whatnot, they can't afford it. Business owners can't afford to run businesses in the community anymore. So all those low-income people who are 99% of the time minorities, who are the ones who are living in this community, they end up getting forced out because they can't afford it no more. For example, you know, your grandpa won't be able to live in that home no more because his $700 disability check isn't going to be able to cover the newly increased bills. And what happens is people start selling. Like, for example, a block that was once all uniform and everybody who lived in it spent 20, 30, 40 years on the block, so that means everybody knows everybody, you know what I mean? It's a real tight-knit community. That block is no longer like that because, you know, first it starts with 3 or 4 people selling their homes because they can't afford it, or they move out, they can no longer afford rent. A lot of people sell their homes. Once they sell their homes to 2, 3, 4 people start moving out, you get the new audience, or the new residents that come and move in from the suburbs, from the country, from LA, from Colorado, from Texas, from Florida, from different spots. You know what I mean? They come and they move in because it's a lot cheaper, it's a lot more affordable to come and move to an impoverished neighborhood and pimp it out and then now charge higher taxes and rent in the future, right? So anyway, so they come, they move in, and when they move in, you know, the traditional residents who were there obviously start to feel a little weird because, you know, you no longer see this person or that person you used to see every day for the past 15, 20 years. Now you're seeing these new people coming in and they're buying out everything, right? So what happens eventually is the taxes continue to rise, the neighborhood continues to grow and become beautiful, right? there's nothing wrong with it in that sense, because they do make the neighborhood beautiful. Like when I'm driving through right now, Northern Liberties, aka what is called Northern Liberties, to me still the hood. 2nd Street, 2nd and Girard, and 2nd and Spring Garden. This was all dead years ago. When I used to go to community back in the day before I dropped classes at community college, when I used to go there, I used to walk up all of this, and this was all dead zone, all abandoned. I actually got an aunt that still owns a home right here in the heart of it all. And the craziest part about it is she's a second aunt. She's really my pop's aunt. Remember in the vlog I told you that I ain't got no real aunts. But anyway, so yeah, man, long story short, they come, they buy out the community, and before you know it, it goes from, you know, 3 people selling the homes to 6 people selling the homes to 10, 15 people selling the homes to a block that, let's say, maybe had 22 homes on each side, 44 homes. You know, everybody changes, maybe 1, 2, 3 original residents until they sell out. And then you come back to the neighborhood 10, 15, 20 years later, and it's a completely different block, completely different neighborhood. It looks completely different. And wow, somebody's letting out dispensed air from a beverage solution truck. That was all that noise. It sounded like somebody popped the tire, right? But yeah, guys, that's gentrification, and I can get more in detail about it, but I'm experiencing it, guys. Like, the neighborhood I grew up in is changing, and it's been changing the past 10 years at such a rapid pace. And the thing is, that's weird about it, is that I'm a lifelong resident of the community. You know, people who live in the hood know me, they know my face, right? But like, you see these new people that move in, they're from different parts of the United States. They move in, they look at you like you're a monster, like you're a stranger, like you're an alien, like you're invading on their turf, on their community. Mind you, they only lived in Philly for 2, 3 years, 4 years maybe. You know what I mean? 5, 6, 7 years, maybe 10 years. But this is your hood for forever, like, you know what I mean? Born and raised, and that's what happens. Then you start to feel like a sore thumb in your community, and that's the sad part, you know what I mean? That it has to be that way. People prejudge you when it's your community. You feel me? It's like, it's kind of weird. But I just pulled up to the food spot. That's my little rant on gentrification. If you want to talk more about it, you know, you can always comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Is it happening in your community? Are you living in a community that has been gentrified? You know, what are your thoughts on gentrification? You know, it has its pros and its cons. You know, it makes the community beautiful. That's awesome. But, you know, it sucks that people can't afford it and people have to move out. And then the new people that move in, I don't know, you know. I'm not saying the people that move in are bad, you know. There's some pretty cool people. Usually it's like the artsy, ritzy, hippie crowd, you know, the young generation that comes and moves here because of job opportunities. Because, you know, Philadelphia obviously has a lot of job opportunities. I'm hungry. I want to grab some food. Look, it's still raining, and I'm supposed to be wheeling, right? I don't want to ruin that bike with moisture. I'm not a big fan of, you know, taking like a brand new clean bicycle outside and letting it get wet, because then it's gonna end up picking moisture, and moisture equals rust, and I'm trying to keep that beast more clean, you feel me? Thank you. 56, yep. And I caught it while I was drizzling. It's your boy Toony. Yeah, Toony out here trying to get warmed up, feel me? There you go, Toon. I'm not dropping back far enough. All right. Yo, this head strap is smushing my brain, bro. I can't feel my brain no more. Can't even think properly. Oh, wow. Oh, this head strap killed me. I gotta take it off. I gotta take it off. It was officially killing me. It was smushing my brain. Like, nah. I can't have that. I'm about to call it quits. 16, 17 minutes in. Look at that. I put 16, 17 minutes worth of effort in today. I'm dying, bro. It's humid out today. It's been raining. I'm hot. I got too much stuff on me to be practicing. I'm gonna have to bring y'all back tomorrow. Make sure you come check me out. Put in a little bit of work tomorrow. We counting down to see what's gonna look like on day 30. See what I got, you know what I mean? Let me try it without the headband, right? Let me see, give it a little shot. It's way better without the headband, you see that? Look at that, look at that! Look at that, bros! Look at that, bros! Bros, that headband was crushing my brain. That headband was crushing my brain. Yo, y'all don't even know. I don't even know. I'm lightheaded. I don't know how I was riding with that John. Oh, that headband was doing me dirty. There you go. Alright, that's it for me. Come back on day 3. Oh, I fell off twice in a row. That means give up, Toon. This joint not sticky no more. Dude, these cameras are durable as heck. I done dropped it like 100 times.